So now she gotta be with him. He take her out, treat her nice. Next thing you know, she'll sleep with him. Months down the line, he keeping them eyes black, but she don't fight back unless it's right back to be with him. And
This man's different. I've been saying he's different. Brandon Alexander Williams. I have reacted to him before. He is one of the craziest lyricists I've seen in the game. Like, he had a whole poem that was just full of double entendres. Like, every line of the poem had a double meaning to it. It was crazy. What was it called again? It was called She Calls Me Mr. Right. She Calls Me Mr. Right. Yeah, definitely check out that reaction. But this one, men, this one's for you. I know that because I saw a clip of it on Instagram and it blew me away. Not the whole thing, just like a short 30-second clip or something. And I knew I had to react to the whole thing. So, men, this is for you. Let's go.
And here we go.
I heard my mama say all men are dogs, and though she don't mean that shit, she repeated it so much, I started to believe that shit.
Yeah.
She said all men are dogs, and though she don't mean that shit, she repeated it so much, I started to believe that shit. I was too young to understand sarcasm. You couldn't tell me nothing. My mother was just as stubborn. Papa wouldn't argue with her, so she thought that he didn't love her. She got that foolishness from my auntie with her single ass. I remember it. I was in the kitchen washing dishes while long distance listening to my mama while she's sitting in a chair, getting locks twisted in her hair, and the logic that my auntie said got it literally twisted in her head. She's like, in this life, love be no fair. For these experiences, there be no fare that you can pay off with C notes there. It's a different one. Dollars not accepted, insufficient funds. Because for this love learning, keep in mind that it only take the currency of time. So time went on and she got with this nigga that was treating her wrong. The whole time I was peeping it. First she would speak with him, and she thinks she need a man, so now she got to be with him. He take her out, treat her nice. Next thing you know, she'll sleep with him. Months down the line, he keeping them eyes black, but she don't fight back unless it's right back to be with him. And
This man's different. I've been saying he's different. Nah, yo. I don't even know how to start breaking all that down. That was crazy. He was talking about it ain't fair, can't pay no fare. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, bro, I don't even know where to begin. But how many of y'all can relate to this? My dudes, all right? I'm talking to the dudes here. Come on, like, we grew up hearing men are trash, men are pigs, men are scum, men ain't ish, right? Like, these are all things we heard growing up. Most of the time from people who are supposed to care about us the most, right? The women in our lives, like our sisters, our mothers, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are supposed to be the people who speak life into you, not telling you that you're gonna grow up to be trash because they picked the wrong men. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, yo, you want to cancel me for saying that? Cancel me.
FBI, open up!
All right, it did me no good whatsoever. And if y'all want to know exactly my story about like me and my struggles with masculinity as a result of sentiments like men are trash, men are pigs, definitely check out my most recent analysis of If by Rudyard Kipling. One of the best poems in my life. Like, it changed my life for sure. I've done 2 analyses of it. It's the second one I'm talking about, if you want to see exactly what I mean. But yeah, for sure. I'm definitely feeling him there.
time went on and she got with this nigga that was treating her wrong. The whole time I was peeping it. First she would speak with him, and she thinks she need a man, so now she got to be with him. He take her out, treat her nice. Next thing you know, she'll sleep with him. Months down the line, he keeping them eyes black, but she don't fight back unless it's right back to be with him. And I don't like that, or the fact that she be believing him when he sell her bullshit. You think she be leaving him, but nope. Instead, she just watched him, because she said being lonely is not an option.
Yo, be leaving him? Believe in them, bro. Come on. All right, sorry.
But I'm young, so instead of me reading between the lines and seeing my mama's thinking needed be realigned, I saw the example to seeing time, and he was Harley's, but regardless got treated like he was prime. So with me seeing this, you know what happened to me inside? Myself turned to me and said that I wanted to be this guy. Mama treated him so good, but he do it so wrong. But she just put up with it and been through it so long. My daddy didn't do it, but she said to him so long. So I kind of think this dog-ass dude is so on. Mama said all men are dogs, and though she don't mean that shit, she repeated it so much, I started to believe that shit. Time passed, and she's saying the same quote to me. So now I'm thinking that this is the man I am supposed to be. So I soon replaced the word man with dog, and it didn't seem that bad of a word to me, because when you think about it, man's best friend, that's my dog.
That's my dog.
What's up, dog? Who, her? I go and come, but G, I see she stays, so if I'm a D-O-G, then she's my B-I-T-C-H. My mama said, all men are dogs, and though she don't mean that shit, she repeated it so much, I started to believe that shit. Cause you know, I got with this girl that broke my heart, and I was pissed because I let what she did affect me so much, cause I couldn't get back at her and be her equal. I was taught you gotta get them first or it's your ego. I didn't learn equal. So I set out to make people feel like I felt, because hurt people hurt people. Plus, my papa, he just a sucker. Mama didn't stay and go with him, and for whatever reason, she with this homie that's bogus, so I'm going in. One of the many I was sexing I've been knowing for years, she opened up to me exposing her fears. I told her what I had to. I'm blowing smoke in her ears, clouding the thoughts, just like dude did mom while he was holding the rear. I said I want to take time off because I was bored on the real. She told me, you broke my heart, but I'm ignoring the tears. Now I got 2 more girls and 4, switching a different pair of women doing mental damage, but shit, man, I didn't care. Watch, rinse, and repeat after I spill out the plan. More random sex to temporarily feel like a man, because when I tell guys, they respond positive and make me feel like the man. Even though after I'm done coming, I feel like a young dummy that's horny and less of a man than I am when I'm telling that story. You see, the last woman that dated me, she said she took a chance because she wasn't believing the hype, nor did she care that my reputation preceded me. But when she left, she told me that she needed me to understand that she would not be dogged and mistreated, so she was leaving me. I waited for her to call me a dog. But in the last of her speech to me, she said she wouldn't because somebody had just misleaded me.
That girl different. That girl different. Even in the midst of her pain, she was like, I know this isn't really you. You've just been misdirected. You know what I'm saying? Ah, dang. That's nice. That's nice. It's not easy to do that. You know what I'm saying?
And these quotes echoed and repeatedly played in my head, like an indecisive hair cut his hand without his barber license for slicing and then another strand. Yeah, brother, man, it's deeper than just macking, right? She said I wasn't acting right, and that dog word just described what I was acting like. It don't make me that just because of what my actions is. It's just a slang far-fetched noun, posing as an adjective, taken out of context, given another definition, and spoken said through this mother of learning and repetition. She say, it don't make me that just because of what my actions is. Dog is just a slang far-fetched noun, posing as an adjective, taken out of context, given another definition, and spoken said through this mother of learning and repetition. Niggas ain't shit. All men are dogs, and though she don't mean that shit, she repeated it so much, I started to believe that shit. So what? Now you saying that I'm crazy? You saying that's how I'm not supposed to treat a lady? You saying that's how I'm not supposed to be behaving? Well, before you take that critic seat and proceed to degrade me, remember you haven't seen what I seen and didn't raise me. The makings of a dog.
Yo, what do y'all think of Brandon Alexander Williams so far?
Different. That's what I think of him. He's different. He's not the same. You can't take him out. He's different. He's not the same. You are you, but he is him. All right? Not the same. Now look, I think one of the biggest takeaways from this is that growing up, if that's all you're hearing, you're just gonna take it as like, well, that's just the reality. I guess I'm supposed to be, terrible. I guess I'm supposed to just treat women however, so long as I get what I want out of the interaction. Like, I don't think girls understand that by perpetuating that idea, especially among young, impressionable guys, you're reinforcing that in them. You don't even get it. Like, you got, I'm about to get canceled with this video, but real talk, G. You cannot be talking like that. You can't. I'm not saying that there aren't problems that need to be addressed, but that's not how to do it. He noticed that the guy that was getting results with the way he was behaving ended up leaving a major impression on him, because he saw that in spite of the terrible treatment it was either his mother or his aunt. I keep forgetting which. I think it was his mother. The guy was still getting results. You see what I'm saying? And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? So as an impressionable young guy, if you see that a woman is fixated on a dude who isn't treating her right, well, what are you gonna do? You're probably going to mimic that behavior, knowing that you'll get the results you want regardless. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's really something there. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I definitely did. I have another reaction coming to a poem that's kind of similar to this. It's from a poet named T. Sleeveless. Definitely check that out when it drops. And yeah, that's about it. As usual, check out my spoken word poems. Check out Poet Life Gear. The link to Poet Life Gear is always in the description of the videos. And yeah, I'll see y'all around. Deuces.